That's how.
There we go.
What's going on, everybody? It's two Oxtails and an Empanada. It's your boy, Uncle Paulie.
It's your girl, Ange.
What up, what up? It's your man, Smoke, too. I want to stand up.
So what's going on, man? What's going on? What happened this weekend with you, Miss Angie?
I went to go see the Avengers. I'm a comic book head, so I was really excited about this Avengers Endgame, because when I seen the last Avengers, I was upset because I don't like the superheroes to not win. But this was definitely a real jam-packed movie. Stan Lee actually did his last scene in this movie. So I was really happy to see that. And, just kind of enjoyed myself there. And, handling my regular 1-2 with the kids and just getting prepared for the week.
That's what's up. What about you, Big T?
Welcome, Brian.
I was slow motion with the kids and work. Just a regular weekend. Avengers, I've missed so many Marvel movies. I think in the last 10 years, like 21. I'm probably like 8 to 10 in, so I still have 11.
Get into it.
More to see. So me seeing Avengers, especially without seeing the last Avengers, is really pointless. So no, I didn't see that. And even if it came out and I was into it, no way I was gonna go with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
because your seating, unless I can get the seat that I want, I don't wanna go. It's too many people. But I mean, I get it. It's big, so people go.
Ask everybody, can they hear?
Better close your event this weekend. I'll be able to meet you.
Can everybody hear us?
Can y'all hear what's going on? Uncle Ross, somebody said he'll be at a close your event this week, and hopefully he'll be able to meet you.
Yeah, I'll be down there.
Okay.
Hopefully all goes well, but yeah, I should be down there. Can y'all hear everybody talking?
Yeah, because right now, Uncle Rob, man, he going through it, man. It look like somebody beat him with a hot bag of nickels, man. But
Lord.
I'll be honest with you, man. I had a great weekend, man. I can't complain, man.
Can y'all hear it? Did anybody pull it up?
No, I didn't turn it up on my thing.
Just turn it up and see you can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, man. So I can't complain, man. But I had a great weekend, man. Worked this weekend, just relaxed on Sunday, chilled out, man. And somebody saying it sounds kind of low, Uncle Rob.
Hey, Andrea.
Andrea, what's going on? So anyway, man, we gonna jump right up into this, man. I watched that. I didn't get to see all of it, but I was able to see Cassidy versus Goods. And my personal opinion, Goods beat his ass up 3-0.
That shit's crazy.
Cassidy looked like he was getting a little aggravated. He looked like he was getting under his skin. He was pausing too much for me. And don't get me wrong, he hit him with a couple of lines that was nice, man. But to me, man, Goods was he was seasoned.
His charisma, he has more charisma.
Yeah.
Cassidy's a straight shooter, and he has bars, but there's no charisma. He's not smooth with it. Everything is rough about guns, and he's just not cool with it. He's not crafty, but he definitely has bars.
He got bars, but Goods ate him.
And times are changing too. There's nothing wrong with having somebody else kind of take that spot.
Well, my thing is, Goods made a good point, man. This is not 2006, man. You got to change, man. And he didn't change. And he got his ass ate.
Yeah.
Solid tossed, national TV.
Shit.
Dead. And he was mad. Yeah. And that I know why you broke. Because of them transactions, that bar right there, I love it. Yeah. I was crying. That was funny to me. That was funny to me.
Nah, I don't know.
All the drug use he was throwing at his ass.
Yeah.
But the one where he was talking about don't be a punk. I'll go to the trunk and I got her in there, call her high heels, I get the pump.
Yeah.
Bars. Yeah. All me, baby. All me, baby.
Yeah, that was nice, man. But we gonna keep it moving right along, man. And Uncle Ra under the weather, y'all, so y'all won't be hearing him too much, man. He look like Adrian Broner after a fight right now, man. He all under the ropes.
Yo, let's go right into the Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden is running for president, and it's funny to me because he raised a lot of money too, quick.
Yeah, some millions.
You know what?
He said
the use Tech 9 bars.
Might have missed that one.
Yeah, I can't remember that one, but Joe Biden is running for president, man, and it's funny to me because it just seems like when you start digging into his history and the shit start coming out, it seems like the only way black people is going to pay attention to it is if they come out with a surviving Joe Biden.
Straight like that.
That's the only way, you know what I'm saying? Creepy Joe. It seems like people are going to pay attention to it, man, and just it really shows once you start sitting back and you start doing the history how far the Democratic Party has came. They've been sticking their finger in black people's asses for years, but they realize to get accustomed to it because black people going to follow them so much. So let's act like we care and we give a fuck, but we going to still keep doing what we doing.
And you're right. And there's a lot of reports that said that Joe Biden was very inappropriate with a lot of female employees that he has, and there's been a lot of reports of that recently. Also, there have been some documentaries that have been put out where they're actually stating allegedly that he has also been touching on children. And what's really getting me upset right now is I really feel that our people are going to look at the Obama factor and they're going to jump right on it. Because, you know, he when you go on social media, they had all the memes out with him and Obama and kind of imagining what they were talking about. And you know our people, we love social media. We love what's popular. And the fact that we've had a president that's in office that is not likable at all, I feel that people are just jumping to him. That's why he literally raised the money for his campaign in less than 1 week. Okay? So, something to think about.
I think y'all know me. I don't like the political shit, so I'm going to skip out on this. I'll leave it to the professionals.
What?
Because at the end of the day, if I can choose my own president, it would actually be Paul Edward Bell Jr. But he's too much of a sucker to run because he thinks that
he said he was
W. B.
Hey, yo, you know what's crazy? I see y'all in the battle rap mode, but you know we talking. But I honestly only caught that Cassidy and
Yeah, I only caught the first round.
I watched the whole joint. I was with my family, taking care of family things, and I let them know, man, we have to get home. So I was able to watch this Cassidy and Goods, man. So I wasn't able to watch the other battles. I'm trying to get them. Actually, I'm going to be able to watch them later on today. So I wasn't really able to get in that. So I really apologize for that, y'all, man. But, you know, this show is just not about battle rap. We try to cover.
Can I add something, man?
Go ahead.
I know a lot of people watching that's battle rappers. And I used to watch battle rap, and I kind of faded off over the years. But to me, it takes too long with all that intermission.
We appreciate you, G.
And walking around stage and getting mad because the crowd going too long. I don't have the patience, man. I just want to hear the bars, man. Drop the bars and move on to the next round. Cassidy takes too long, all of that walking and pacing around, man. He spent at least 20 minutes pacing. Everything was an hour and 8 minutes. He spent 20 minutes pacing.
They said you got to let it sizzle.
He had the Bobby Brown jaw.
Oh, like that. Like that.
Well,
like that.
Goods did said the boy on crack. Didn't he? Ain't that what
He said it.
He said the boy on crack.
The Bobby Brown
supposed to be
jaw.
selling it, and you on it.
But
Damn.
yeah.
Word, Andrea. Come on, 20 minutes pacing, niggas. You on the treadmill or you rapping? What we doing? What we doing?
They say you got a lot of industry content.
Yeah, but what we moving to next, man?
We can go right into the dangle.
Angie's tea.
Y'all know every week how I feel about this. Right?
Chop down and get your dangle on, girl. Chop down and get your dangle on, girl.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off. We have a few deaths that has been happening within I'm gonna say the last 2 weeks. I'm gonna start off. Tony Braxton's niece
Facts
was found dead at 24 years old. For a lot of people that really only know the Braxton sisters, especially from the show Braxton's Family Values that is on WeTV, they have a brother. His name is Michael. And this was his daughter, his one and only child. And they found her in her California home dead. It's been reported that she had heart problems. So my heart definitely goes out to the Braxton family for that. John Singleton passed away yesterday. He passed away at age 51. There was a lot of speculation about when he died. People were arguing back and forth. The real thing was that he was on life support for the last couple of days. And they decided to pull the plug yesterday, and then he passed away. I don't know if y'all didn't catch us about maybe last week or so. I was talking about that he was in the ICU. He actually had a stroke from a heart attack. Well, a heart attack, then a stroke, and he went into a coma. Mm-hmm. So I'm really sad to even talk about this because John Singleton is definitely a filmmaker that really spoke for the people that he knew that were his people, that was us.
What was your favorite John Singleton movie?
I love Boys in the Hood.
I loved it. That was good, but Rosewood is my favorite. I want to say Rosewood and Higher Learning.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, Higher Learning is it too.
Them niggas are just...
Yeah, the Busta Rhymes, yeah.
Yo, that Busta Rhymes part was
man.
legendary.
But those two are... Because everybody a lot of people don't understand that John Singleton, he was one of the best video making, like the videos. If you seen John Singleton coming across a rapper's video, you know this shit is about to be dope.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So just to lose a legend like that, man, it touches my heart, man. But what was you said yours was Boys in the Hood?
It was Boys in the Hood. And I found out something interesting. I did not know that John Singleton produced Fast and the Furious in 2003. I was not aware of that.
Yeah, the only reason why I knew it was because I researched it.
Right.
All the movies he made.
Yes.
But I never knew that either until I started looking stuff up. That was a regular
one. That wasn't the Tokyo one, though.
No, it was a regular Fast and the Furious, yeah.
So he is survived by 3 daughters and 1 son. And a lot of people, I didn't know this either. He was married to Akusawa Busia. And if you don't know who that is, if you've ever watched The Color Purple.
Sound like a good grain of weed, but go ahead.
If you ever watched The Color Purple, Celie's sister Nettie.
Me and you another part?
That's right.
That's my new shit for gas.
Yes.
I need some of that Nettie.
So, so they were actually married for about 5 years, and they have 2 children. They have 2 children together. So I found that to be interesting too. And and Andrea, you're absolutely right. It's a damn shame what the family is going through right now. The mother is saying one thing, the daughter is saying another. There's a lot of arguing and fighting over what obviously is going to be his money. So, ladies and gentlemen,
word, Jake.
There's nothing wrong with getting some life insurance, but make sure that you have a living will, because you don't want to have your family going back and forth publicly behind your coins, and you're not even dead. You ain't even got cold yet.
So true. And I don't mean to make a joke out of this, but remember the time. Somebody put "remember the times." I remember when that came on. They shut down Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 5, Channel 7, Channel 9, and Channel 11. The only thing that was up was PBS, right? That's Channel 13.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
They shut down every network for Remember the Times. Oh, man. I don't know if y'all was around for that when that video came out and dropped that day.
Yeah.
I remember. I've never seen that for a video. Now they had video channels back then, so it was wild to me.
See, stars, we sounding crazy.
Channel for that.
All right, now aside from that, and because I brought up Boys in the Hood, if you really watch that movie, remember the Dirty Cop, Jesse Lawrence Ferguson passed away on Friday at the age of 76 in his California home. His family was extremely surprised by that situation because they said that he was in extreme good health. He was a humanitarian, and he always wanted to big up his black people. but he passed away as well. So condolences to Mr. Ferguson and condolences to John Singleton's family. Now, in other news, I got some love and hip hop drama for you, y'all. So if any of y'all that watch, let's say reality television, you know that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is airing right now. But I'm just found out that Yo-Yo is going to be on Love and Hip Hop. Now, if you don't know who Yo-Yo is, she was discovered by Ice Cube. You can't whip my Yo-Yo. Don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me out. So that's Yo-Yo right there. She's going to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and she actually did a scene with one of the rappers on there named Apple Watts. Apple Watts is a 34-year-old exotic dancer turned rapper. We seen her story pan out last season. They filmed the scene together. Excuse me, everybody. And words came. I guess Yo-Yo just wasn't with the shit, and she just ducked it in the mouth 2 times. Bop bop. So, security had to jump in real quick. They said she did it real quick. Popped in the mouth, popped in the eye. So, you know how Love and Hip Hop work. They throw us all this good tea before the show's about to come out. So I'm definitely going to be following up on that. And in everybody's favorite lady, Wendy Williams, news.
Fuck that bitch.
I have
whole lot, double time.
I have a very good source that let me know that there's a DIFUS situation in this whole...
Angie out here hanging out with Wendy friends.
Nah, I'm just trying to tell y'all there's a DIFUS situation. So supposedly when Kelvin Hunter's side piece, Sharonda Hudson, gave birth to their daughter, the daughter was tested positive for marijuana in her system, allegedly. So now there's an open DIFUS case going on in that whole situation. And Kelvin Hunter has actually called the police to Wendy Williams' home in Livingston more than, I want to say, 2 or 3 times, saying that he saw an intruder trying to come into the house. And then another time when he was getting other things, he said that he felt threatened. In other news with this case, Wendy Williams has returned to WBLS, where she started talking about drug use and opiate use, and she just keep trying to push this damn story about alcohol use. Come on, sis. It was more than that. Okay, so just going to leave that right there. But of course, you already know when I get some more info, I'm going to give it to y'all. All right, let's see. And I want to ask y'all too this, y'all opinion on this. K. Michelle was at an event in Nashville, Texas. She was not invited to the event, but she got really upset because I think she's been trying to sample country music for quite some time. So she kind of had her little sneakers on, her ponytail. She walked up on the stage. She grabbed the mic. She let them know that her name was K. Michelle, and she's been on the Billboard music charts 3 times. She said that she could sing better than any white bitch that you could put against her. She is the next Taylor Swift, and she is sick and tired of white people treating us like shit. Like they can always come over to hip hop and sample our shit, but when we want to do it, they don't want to give us any respect. This all comes off of the heels for the song that I know that you don't like, Old Town Road with Lil Nas X, and he didn't get any type of recognition for this song until Billy Ray Cyrus decided to come on to do the remix. And in Nashville, Texas, they actually have a big ass sign up congratulating Billy Ray Cyrus for doing the Old Town Road song. And in a very tiny print, they put Lil Nas's name at the bottom. Billy Ray Cyrus saw that. He wasn't really too happy about that, so he actually drew up a poster. He took a picture. The same thing goes for when I spoke about this last week about Beyonce performing with the Dixie Chicks at the Country Music Awards, and a lot of the people that were in the audience said that they did not think it was fair for Beyonce to be on what seems their stage. My question to you two is, do you think that it is right for people to always be able to come over to hip-hop and sample our music and collab and actually get famous off of our shit? Look at Pink. Look at Justin Timberlake. They used hip-hop to get famous. Do you think that it's fair of what's going on right now with country music and hip-hop?
Is this a trick question?
No, it's not.
Because, let's be honest.
Okay.
They've been jacking our shit forever.
Absolutely.
J. Cole said it the best, man. Elvis, Eminem.
Absolutely, C-Stars. Absolutely.
All of them. They all be. But Andrea, you're right. It's the artist's fault. They accept them. They let them in. They let whoever and whatever say nigga. So honestly, man, it's just it is what it is until we just say, yo, we're not gonna support it or we're not gonna get behind it. This shit's gonna keep happening. Yeah. And I'm not saying I don't listen to country music really. There's a couple of songs that I like. Like there's this one country song that this dude talk about.
I know exactly
how he hate the bitch
and her dog,
and he hope a dog die. Yeah, that's the hardest country music song I ever heard in my life. But when it's all said and done, until we really stand behind something, the shit's gonna keep happening. It's the same thing that goes in our neighborhood.
Yes, you
got everybody but black people eating off of us. So when we say enough is enough, the shit's gonna keep happening. Until then. They looking at K. Michelle like if this big booty nigger don't get off the stage, and that's really what it is. Yeah. Message.
Myself personally, I'm very aware of K. Michelle. Not a fan of her, and I mean for her to get out there and act crazy like that, they looking at her going, big booty, big booty where? She lost her butt. Didn't you see on TV when she had the scars and the ass was running down the street? She don't have the ass no more. So guess what? I'm not even interested in her. That was the only reason why I used to watch the Little Black. But hey, you know. But I mean, on a serious note, I think it's the same way as
shout out to Finesse and Chill tuning in.
Word.
Hello, y'all.
I think it's the same way as anybody who steals or jack. Is it stealing or jack, or is it paying respect? Because how many white rappers do we really have that's successful? Eminem, right?
Eminem might be the most mainstream one, but there's a lot of them. Machine Gun Kelly.
Really?
No, I'm talking.
I mean, he makes a paycheck, but is he really successful in hip hop?
Maybe for his people, he is.
But it ain't Eminem we gotta worry about. That's successful. It's all them record execs and all those other people that's sitting behind the scenes that's successful. You know what I'm saying? And what I don't think a lot of people understand, when black music was really coming up, man, like the Temptations, and I don't want to get deep into it.
Right.
But yeah, they was behind black record labels, yo.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And what happened to that?
And now it's funny that you say that, because she made a comment about, and I have a lot of your people behind me, you know, making me, you know, who I am. And I didn't like that. I thought that it was very ignorant. She was up there talking about she listened to City Girls. And I felt like she was up there asking for them for acceptance. If you really wanted to go up there and make a point about how well you could sing, you could have took your little ass up there and you could have sung a country song. You could have walked the hell off the stage. Your talent speaks for itself. But that's the problem with our people. We always want everything to be fair. Why is it's not fair? We have to get out of that mindset. This shit was not designed with us in mind. So we have to do our own thing. So, you know, I saw it. I looked at it for a while. I wasn't really happy with it because she makes a complete ass out of herself a lot of times when she speaks. And it's a damn shame because the girl can sing and she does have talent. But it's definitely unfortunate because if you want to have somebody go that far to speak for us on our behalf, it damn sure wouldn't be K. Michelle. Moving along, for the ladies that are watching us right now, I'm sad to regret that Idris Elba is off the market. Okay, Idris Elba married his fiance, longtime girlfriend Sabrina Dowry, in Morocco. They had a 3-day celebration. Elba, which is 46, what's all that for?
No,
what's all that for?
No, it's nothing.
I don't know. I felt it. I don't know.
No, you're going to feel it when you're finished.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to show you exactly what time it is.
Oh, okay, all right. So, like I was saying, they got married in Morocco. 3-day celebration. From what I saw, the picture of the reception was very lit, really nice. A lot of people don't know Idris Elba is also into music. He DJs as well as rap in the UK. So it was pretty dope, and it was really nice to see him actually marry his beautiful black girlfriend.
Word, Andrea.
She said he.
Well, all right, Andrea, that's you. That's your opinion.
Well, what you think about him?
I think he's very attractive. I like chocolate.
Well, all right.
Okay.
Now you done your talking. Let me answer.
Well, right now.
You told all the ladies that they should feel some type of way that Eatrice is off the market and all of that. Why should y'all feel some type of way when you got all this chocolate you get to look at every Tuesday? What y'all feeling some type of way about? First of all, he liked that old wild Memphis girl that we was just talking about. He was dating her.
He never spoke about her, though. He never spoke about her.
Never brought her. You know what he was doing? He was meeting her at night. For everybody who from the hood, you know what he was doing? He was meeting at night after 10. He would never bring her to the cookouts, never bring her to the dog shows.
What that got to do? What that got to do with anything?
Tatiana, bust down.
Bust it down. Bust it down. And her cheeks was fake. Because if he met her with a flat ass, I bet he would have never stayed around. I bet he probably would have never even hit it.
We're not talking about him, who he used to date. We talking about him getting married.
Yeah, but why y'all sad that he off the market? I should have been GQ Man of the Year, not him. Y'all sitting here mad at him. I'm the real dog skin that respect our queens and understand that every one of our queens are important. He gonna pick that ratchet bucket head.
He not with her though. He didn't marry her.
But that was his side chick.
That was not his side chick.
Who?
That was a long time ago.
K. Michelle was his main chick? Wasn't he married?
He dated her. He was not married when he dated K. Michelle.
So who was he dating when he married K. Michelle?
I'm going to tell you.
He
was
single?
He probably was single.
I'm about to tell you.
He can't be single because he was dating K. Michelle.
I'm about to tell you who he was.
You over there getting mad?
I'm about to tell you who he was dating.
Chocolate. You ain't got to act like that.
I'm about to tell you who he was dating.
Who was dating?
Move on.
He was dating Move On?
Yeah, that's who he was dating.
He was?
Yes. What's next?
All
what
right.
we arguing about?
All right. Well, see,
we're not arguing. I'm representing for the dark-skinned brothers, and you should be right behind in line.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen,
but because you married, you don't care.
Every time I'm spilling the tea, they always jump in my cup.
I've been up.
As you can see, all the time.
Dangle.
And that's it for Angie's tea. I can't with these two.
Tyke said not all black women are queens, and as much as I hate to say that, you're right. You're right.
Well, all right.
Because some of them be walking around here with more lint balls on their tights, and then when they go into the club and they got them shits glowing.
Look at that emoji. Check y'all out.
Like they just got cartons of eggs on the back of their ass. Yo, the
check
shit
y'all
is
out.
crazy.
Ooh, these brothers is upset.
Yo,
y'all
man. So you is right though.
Yeah,
all black women ain't queens.
Yeah, well, it's a queen right here.
Just like all black men ain't kings, yo. So it go both ways, man.
Message.
But what we doing next, Terrence?
We can go right into the Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can go right into the principal from Houston.
From Houston. Okay, all right.
Bust
all
that
right.
down.
All right, so
Pauliana Ali.
Pauliana Ali. Wow. All right, man.
Put a Nelly on that. Pauliana Ali.
Yo, man. So wait a minute. I'm sorry about that. Y'all do me all off today. But we have in Houston, Texas, man. I can't get the lady's name right now. But in Houston, Texas, you have a principal who was basically she implemented a dress code, and the reason why she implemented the dress code, was because a lot of the parents were coming in, with their pants hanging down, bonnets. Some of them had on Daisy Dukes. Some of them had the titties out.
What's going on?
One of them had.
Yo, it ain't funny. It's just when you actually read the article,
yeah,
it's crazy how she described that some of the mothers came to school with their pajamas on, with a headscarf and they breast out, and it's just that's what the kids are looking at.
And what got me mad, man, when they did one of the news interviews, one of the mothers actually was trying to defend herself in a bonnet, a t-shirt, and slippers. And I said, if you don't get this EBT, I can't wait till the first of the month to buy my crabs, then get them steamed. Ass out of here.
And you know they charge for the steam.
Yeah. It was.
What if she was off of work that day?
Yeah, let me tell you something, yo.
Yeah, because I want to hear
Because we can't defend this.
I know a bunch of women that won't leave the house without looking a little presentable.
Okay,
I didn't say anything about defending. I just said looking at it from different perspectives.
So we can look at this. I need everybody to understand what I'm saying. What the principal had a problem with, was parents coming to the school, dropping them off, and picking them up.
That's right.
Half dressed.
Oh, don't pick them up.
Pajamas.
Oh, Lord.
Titties out.
That's right.
Pussy out.
That's right.
Ass out. Niggas walking around with their ass out.
He looking for a father.
Dookie stains down the drawers. And what she's trying to say is, how can you bring your child to school and they supposed to respect the different rules and understand what type of place this is if you're coming to the school looking this way?
I completely understand that. Okay. I do. I completely understand where you're coming from. I feel that as a parent, you are a reflection of your children just as much as your children are a reflection of you. But let's just say mom that got up a little late. She's getting the kids together. She might have 2 or 3 of them Johns, right? And then she just want to make sure that they're good and they're together. And then she rushes them to school and she drops them off real quick. What if mom doesn't do that every day? It's a every now and then thing. Okay. And ladies, we know how it can get sometimes in the morning with the kids. Now, usually if the parents work, they don't have no choice but to get up, be dressed, and together. But that's why I asked that question of what if she was off. Now, when it comes to the ass and titties out, that's out of line.
What broke the camel's back, the principal said, was a parent came in to enroll her child into the school, and when she came in, she could see her breasts, her monkey, and her ass.
That's out of line.
And she said she had to turn her away because there was other kids and people that was able to see. So my problem is, I have no problem with the dress code because at the same time,
that's right.
Right? As a man, my son, like I remember one day, my wife would tell you, I got so mad I was ready to tear shit up.
Hey.
He was walking around with his ass out. Yo, what is you doing? We not doing that.
That's right.
You understand? So, and it's just like my wife, the way my wife dresses. My wife has big breasts. My wife don't walk around with her titties out. You get what I'm saying? My wife don't walk around with tight ass pants where you can see the crevices and the hairs on a monkey.
That's right.
So therefore, my daughters see how my wife carries herself, and they carry herself in the same way. And what a lot of parents don't realize is that you are basically a mirror for your kids. The way you carry yourself is the way your kids are going to carry yourself.
Absolutely.
Can I add something?
Go ahead, brother.
Thank you. Just real quick. Let's talk about sis. Let's not call it a monkey because that's sis there. Let's call it a palace. That's what I teach my daughters. Let's call it a palace, a kingdom, an empire. Let's not call it a monkey.
No.
All right, everybody, if you're listening, do not call your stuff monkeys and giraffes and gorillas. Let's call it a palace. Let's find different names for it.
That's nice.
I don't even care if you call it a pony, but let's find different names for it. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
We're going to pass the collection plate around. Everybody, please, get what you can.
Yeah, like I said. As long as, when you walking around with your monkey showing.
I like it too, Andre.
When you walking around with your monkey showing, there's certain things that's going to be shown, and we got to start teaching our kids young. Like Terrence, you be on the trains. You be at these stations. These kids are out here wilding, and you know why?
Straight lace. I'm not gonna say it should be different for men, but what if I came in with the shortest shorts, with my print showing all over the place, and I come in trying to enroll my son, and you know how would you?
If I'm the principal, I'm sending your ass home, and I'm gonna make sure you're not R. Kelly, because I'm trying to figure out why you got on these small ass shorts with the bottom of your ball showing. You want to stand around all these motherfucking kids? Yo, it's inappropriate. It's inappropriate, bro.
You definitely right. And me and P had this talk personally. Like, I don't even like my daughter wearing tights like outside the house. When she inside, you go dress how you want. But you going to the store and your cheeks wagging all over the place, and I make jokes. I tell her she don't even have cheeks yet. But when she get them, I don't want her to already be used to
dressing like that,
putting on tights to go everywhere, and your cheeks just wagging all over the place. And then when jokers give you attention, you like, oh, control yourself. Yeah, but you sitting here, got your... Oh, I almost said it. Got your palace all out.
Front door all open. No guards at the door.
Yo, ain't no guard. Joker's just ready to walk right in your house. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I definitely get it. We joking around a little bit, but I definitely understand what he's saying.
And you know what get me? This go for dudes and women.
Yes.
What get me, but especially my sisters, what get me is you half naked, and then when a dude look at you, like I remember I was at the bar with my nephews and all of that, and this girl skirt was so short.
Exactly.
When she took a deep breath, you could see half of her whole ass. So we was out there bugging out.
She was grown?
She grown.
Where y'all was at?
He was at a bar. He was at Foxtrap. So you know my nephew who came up there.
Yeah.
Might have to check that out.
So now
I think you want to check out the Fox.
so now we out there, we chilling. So she like, oh y'all niggas nasty as hell. So Moo was like, bitch, you out here with this small ass skirt on, no drawers on, half of your titties out, and you mad that niggas is looking. Bitch, when you left the house, you said niggas is gonna be looking and you knew, but now you mad niggas is looking? And that's what I don't understand. Bitches be coming out half-ass naked, and then when a dude looking, be like, yummy, now she mad. I don't understand that shit.
I think there's a time and place for the way that you dress. I don't think, if I'm in a club and I decide I want to wear a dress and it doesn't have to be over the fucking knee, because you got some people, you could be covered from the neck to your toe and they still disrespect you. So that's one thing we want to get out the way.
Of course.
But I definitely think that there is a time and place for everything. But as a woman, I definitely would know if I'm going to wear something that's extremely revealing and I'm a beautiful woman, I know that men are going to look. And they always said God gave you eyes to look. It does not mean that you can touch, does not mean that you can harass. But when you're talking about the school, I feel that you have to think about how your children are going to get teased if you're walking around with your body parts hanging out, because that's showing your children that you need attention. And then what happens is they're going to turn around and do the same thing. So we definitely need to be an example. And I think that it's no different than a father coming in, dropping their kids off with no t-shirt on, assed out, smelling like straight weed, about 6 to 10 different strains of it. You know what I'm saying? So
he in a way.
He's definitely in a way. So as parents, I'm not mad at this principle, because if it's getting out of hand like that, and it might not just be black parents, we just talking about parents in general. Don't do that shit to your kids, because bullying is at an all-time fucking high. And them kids could probably be bullying your child, then you come home one day, your child then took their own life. Because everybody is very sensitive at this point in time right now.
Can I say something to VA said, look, don't touch or approach. I'm married now. I've been out the game for a while. But when I used to go to the clubs, there was no point in me trying to approach. Now, I never
Get
was
back to nature.
I never was the dude that walked up on chicks and touched them. That wasn't my thing. If we dancing and you on me, then we do what we do. But just walking up, touching on a chick, that ain't never been me. But my thing is, when I went to the club, my goal was to see if I was taking something home tonight.
That's right.
So I knew if the girl that was covered up like she was a backup singer for Kirk Franklin, I knew I wasn't going to try to come to her, because she wanted we fall down but we don't get up. So I wasn't trying to mess with her. But the girl that looked like a stripper, I was trying to talk to her, because there was a 80% chance that I might be able to smash. So what I'm getting to is, how do females get upset at dudes when they're half naked? Like, what's her name? The bald-headed chick. Talk about the hoe walk.
You talking about Amber Rose?
Amber Rose. The slut walk. How do you get mad at a dude when you say, I'm a slut walking, you're dressed butt naked, and you all of this, and then a dude says, hey, baby, I was just looking at you, and I was wondering if I could put my balls on your ear.
Well,
and then now she's mad. But you balls on the ear looking. I'm just making a joke, but you can't get mad at that, yo.
Well, she started the slut walk really just to take the name, because it was constantly being thrown at her. She took the negative and tried to turn it into a positive for lucrative reasons. Of course, she made money off of that. I'm not making any excuse for that. But what I am saying is that there has to be a level of respect, and it still has to be, like, it's just like this. I don't want to look at every man and say that they animalistic. I don't want to say, damn, every man want to rape, every man want to fuck. I don't want to have to look at them like that. And you can't just say, just because a woman dresses a certain way, when she goes to a club, things are appropriate for certain times. Now, unless she's working in the club or it's just like a bartender. A bartender dresses a certain way because she wants to get tips. Are you going to grab her ass because she's dressed seductive?
No, I don't think you understand what I said. I'm not grabbing nobody's ass. That's never me. Anybody I fuck
definitely
with, who we walk around with, we never played that. But Andrea just said, Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle said it the best. Hey, you might not be a hoe, but you sure are dressed for the job.
That's right.
And that's it. And it's the same thing with the dudes that's walking around with no shirts on, with their pants on their ankles, dookie stains all in their ass.
That's right.
You might not be a thug, but you sure enough look like one. It's the same concept.
And don't knock the one that's dressed like a nun with the we fall down and we get up. Because when that last song come on in the club, a lot of niggas will still be trying to smash that. Because she might be the last one in there. And y'all know how that goes.
And I'm not saying that women can't dress the way they want. That's all I'm saying is you can't get mad at the attention when it comes.
Yes.
Because you know how dudes are. Now, I can look at a lady half naked and be like, God damn, look at that shit and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence can do the same thing.
That's right. Everybody don't have
right?
that.
Everybody ain't like that. I've seen dudes hurt his bone, be like, hey, how you doing? Chick like, fine, yo, can I talk to you for a minute? Nah, I'm in a rush, so I got a boyfriend. Fuck you, bitch! And I'm like, yo, damn, dog.
That's
so
right.
I've seen that, but I would never do that.
That's
you get
right.
what I'm saying?
I've experienced
it's
that
a balance.
many days.
And there's a man but that's when you go from there's real men and then there's clown ass niggas. So but we can go ahead and move on, man.
We was on that a long time.
Yeah, it's all good.
Y'all really
Battle of the Sexes. There's nothing wrong with that.
I forgot my train of thought, but do it. Let's get on the white bus driver.
Now, that right there is what's really bothering me, man. A former school bus driver was sentenced after admitting to raping a 14-year-old girl he met while driving a bus. Shane Peach, if I'm saying it right, his last name is Piche. He's 25 years old.
Oh, fat.
He was sentenced to 10 years probation and will have to register as a level 1 sex offender. He will not receive jail time, according to the Walton Daily Times. And during the sentencing, the judge noticed that Pinch had no previous arrests and there was only one victim. 3 orders of protection have been issued, but my problem is...
That's right, water roses.
And he's also been ordered not to be left alone with anyone under 17.
Yeah, but he's not. But he didn't even make the registry though.
No, they have him as a level 1 sex offender. But my problem is, how does he rape a 14-year-old girl and do no time? And see, he better be glad that daughter is not mine.
Hashtag Albert Wilson.
Because I'm telling you now, we would. Oh man. I just don't understand.
What state is this?
Watertown, New York. And what I don't understand.
New York?
Yeah. And people they always talk about some you're right, Finesse. But people always say they believe in the thank you system.
Okay.
But that shit only works one way. We just had a black dude that kissed a girl, and he's about to do 17 years in prison.
12 years. They're going to give him 12 years.
12 years in prison,
with
okay.
Lifetime probation.
With lifetime probation. So I just look at these things and I just say, and I'm not going to get too deep in it, but that's why
that's right.
Even if you don't vote the presidential way, it's important to vote for these judges and all of these things and find out who these people are, because these are the people, the prosecutors, all that. These are the people that are fucking us and letting these motherfuckers go.
P,
Go ahead, man. Do your thing, because I really wish, man, I put my foot so far up his ass to water my knee, quench his thirst, punk motherfucker.
Okay.
Woo.
Tell him why you mad.
But I just want to, because P always get real heavy with the, brother, why don't you run?
Yeah, man. I want to run his ass over with that school bus.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because I just don't understand how he gets no jail time, Terrence.
And you know,
but guess what? We in a position we in, so we can't change it. But I know one person who can change it, but he won't do it. He won't do it. But guess what? If you pray at night and get down on your hands and knees, won't he do it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man.
But it also that has a lot to do with too. as citizens, we're not holding, like you said, we're not holding our elected officials accountable for shit. Because there's no fucking way that he should be allowed to get away with this shit. You better start getting up to those councilmen and those councilwomen. You better go to the mayor. You need to hold them accountable. You want to get back in office next term? You better make this shit right. We pay taxes, ladies and gentlemen. Shit like that shouldn't even be allowed to go on. We already know what it's about. We know it's the skin privilege factor. But this shit is wrong. You do realize that 14-year-old child is going to probably have nightmares, be traumatized by this situation for the rest of her fucking life. And Andrea said something about, she said they out here not giving a damn about females. She saw a dude had a chick in a dog cage for 2 years, and he got time served off of county time.
No.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's ridiculous.
These people don't have no family. We getting medieval. It's a lot of us, man. My wife got a brother with 28 kids. We getting medieval. It's a lot of
That's
us.
right. Vote the judges and prosecutors out. We have the power. The problem is it's strength in numbers.
It's just, I don't even want to talk about this no more. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
You got me.
We can get into something more positive.
What?
And more towards music. So let's talk about Jay-Z. What's the spot that he bought?
No, they reopened Webster Hall.
And he brought out Cam and
Jim Jones,
Jimmy,
Nas.
Nas is there too.
Nas was absolutely there.
He ain't have a problem with Nas, but Cam and Jimmy, they've always had a rough relationship with Jay. So that was good because they all from New York. They all hip hop, so that was good that they.
Mm-hmm. Well now Jim and Jay actually kind of squashed their beef like a while back.
Right, because he's under Jay.
Yeah, so and you know what? It's really good to actually see, like you said, it's good to see rappers up there that might have had beefs or whatever you may say, but they're kind of like just bringing it back together and just doing it for the love of the music and the fans. And they were actually talking about towards the end of the show, Jay did a straight freestyle honoring Nipsey Hussle. And I thought that was pretty dope. He was just really talking and really just talking about the things that Nipsey was into. You know, just about empowering your neighborhood, keeping the businesses inside of your neighborhood, keeping that dollar circulating around. So it was really good to see.
It was good, but what made me smile about that, and when I seen it, I thought, and I said, yo, if New York, just New Jersey, just New York, New Jersey, just the rappers just really come together and be like, yo, man, we about to start making this money and this music together. Yo, dog, man, things would be, oh my God, man. Can you imagine all of them on the same Buster, Jay, Nas, all of them on one,
that'd be crazy.
Just going that, yo, even with the new young cats, man, it would be crazy, man, and it kind of show a lot of these youngsters that, yo, you know what, man? If the old heads can do it, maybe we can do it.
Absolutely.
I know I'm kind of going into, because this is what I like, but on top of what you said, that's why when Fab and Jada got together on the album, I think that was bigger than just lyrical content. You know, that's two different rappers from New York, from two different places, actually coming together to do an album and a tour together. That was big for the East Coast. Dave East and Ghost. Now, the reason that was big is because Dave East actually looked up to Ghost, and he always talked about how Ghost is one of his top rappers. But normally in hip-hop, when somebody's your top rapper, you end up beefing with the person. So the fact that they was able to get on an album together and be from two different places in New York, that was big. So, you know, it's always good when we get together as a people and just come together for a greater, and show people that we can actually be different, but we can get together and make things happen.
Yeah, that definitely was a good feel for hip hop. And if y'all ever even really want to catch something really interesting, PBS actually did a special on Nas where they actually did the full Illmatic CD with a live orchestra band right behind him. It was really dope. I thought that was pretty good.
And Andrea, you right. If New York come together like ATL rappers do,
yeah, it's no reason.
It'd be a problem.
There's no reason for that.
I'm tired of this Laffy Taffy. I'm tired of that shit.
And all that beef and then going back and forth and people actually getting shot and people actually getting hurt. That shit is played out. So so big ups to them for that. It was really nice.
I was gonna bring this up the other, but I wanted to get certain stuff out of the way. But Tyreek Hill, for y'all that don't know Tyreek Hill or aren't familiar, he's a wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. He just recently been in the news for a tape that his so-called wife put out of him talking about his son. Now, his son was brought home to his wife with a broken arm, and his son basically is 3 years old and said, "Daddy did it." So the wife confronted him, and, Tyreek Hill was basically, long story short, said, "I didn't do it, but," and she said, "Well, he's 3 and he's terrified of you." And he said, "You should be terrified of me." And if you listen to the conversation, it just looks bad on his end. And there's a lot of options that we can go with that actually happened and what's real. But just the fact that there's a 3-year-old with a broken arm and the mother was, she had to handle the situation after he was with him. I just want to know what the panel think about that. And
wait, has he been released yet?
He hasn't been locked up. He hasn't been charged with anything.
Okay, because they said they was opening a case back.
They was opening, but he's been sent home. He's not with the team right now.
Okay, that I know. That I know. He's not with the team. But my problem with this is, man, if he, I don't know. As a father, I just don't understand. If my son's arm is broken, I'm explaining to the child's mother, wife, whatever it is. Hey, yo, baby. The boy was playing, was roughing around, whatever. But to say, yo, your son is petrified, and you tell her
you should be petrified
of me, that means that, yo, this dude has some type of problems. He might be my man from the Patriots in the making.
For nobody who don't know the history of him, he also got years before that, the same woman reported him for abuse and towards her, and she was saying, I covered for you a couple of years ago, but now this is like you did it to our child, so now it's like it gotta stop. So she mentioned that over the phone call. So it's just like when it was swept under the rug because she never prosecuted him before, I guess before they got married. And this happened in college, and it kind of got swept under the rug.
I just want to know this, because Andrea is saying something, and she's right. When he broke his arm, he had to go to the hospital, right?
I don't know what, they didn't really give into the kid.
Well,
but I'm pretty sure
he had to go to the hospital if he broke his arm. So my thing is, why was it the mother contacted?
Because his father was there.
But still...
His father was there.
But his mother has...
His father's a celebrity.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter when it comes to situations like that.
They still have to follow the rules.
They do have to follow the rules, but they have a parent there. If his name is on that birth certificate and they have the father there and the father is a celebrity, they have to be very mindful before they start saying things because it can cause pandemonium. One thing I will say...
I don't know.
As a mother, I would be pissed the fuck off. Period. Whether I didn't know he was at the hospital, the mother should have been contacted. But there's ways to get around situations like that. It really is, especially when you have the other parent with them. And if the child is going over there with him, let's say on the weekends or whatever have you may, and his name is on that birth certificate, he can still sit there.
There's too many rules. DIFUS has to be called. There's so many.
I'm pretty sure DIFUS was called with this situation.
That's why I would really like. What I'm trying to figure out is this boy's arm really broken? Because some of the things, I would like to find out all of the facts of this, because you're getting bits and pieces in the news, and it just doesn't sound right.
Well, they can't give you everything because they still have to protect the child at the end of the day, especially when you're dealing with the DIFUS case.
A kid getting his arm broken?
Yes.
And we talking about...
She also mentioned that... I believe it was you because you would punish him by punching him in the chest at 3.
So you're talking about somebody with an anger problem. She probably thought that the anger only came out with adults.
This would I believe, and I could be wrong.
Take the conversation
she's been
as she should have.
She's been covering for him for a long time and allowing him to do what he want. For some strange reason, she has gotten tired of it, wanted to get out of the situation, take the conversation, and turned it into the authorities. I don't know whether that's true, but if it says your wife is, you know what I'm saying, obviously she wanted to get out of the situation. This is her only way to damage his career and who he is. Well, so I don't know what's true and what's not. I'll wait.
If that's the case, then he damaged himself. He put himself in that position. We're talking about a 3-year-old child. We're not trying to pick who should be right or who should be wrong. If a 3-year-old child came home with a broken arm, and I know from experience because my daughter actually broke her arm at 3 years old from jumping off of the couch following my daughter. A lot of times at that age, they don't have the full concept of what's going on. They'll just know that they're hurting. So they don't really know how to just tell you right off the bat. When you start seeing them holding their arm a certain way, he probably noticed that shit and said, look, let me take this child to the hospital real quick. And again, he's a celebrity. So he could have tried to keep that shit real hush-hush before he brought that child home. And, you know, as a mother, this is a very sensitive subject. Because his ass would be on my shit list. Something bad. I ain't feeling that. That's a baby.
Now, I will say this. And this is like a personal personal story. And I'm not covering for Tariq. But I don't chastise my daughters with any physical. You know, I got 2 daughters. I got a 4-year-old and an 11-year-old. Now, my 4-year-old, because she's still young, when she tells a story, she can be like in the supermarket. She like, oh, me and daddy was playing, and then he held me over the roof and threw me out the window. And it's crazy because if you standing behind us in line, you like, what? And she just starts laughing like, oh, daddy, you crazy. And the story goes crazy with her imagination.
Right.
But of course, I don't do those type of crazy things, holding my daughter over roof and throwing her out the window.
What do you think, you Michael Jackson?
Yo, you hear this guy go.
That nigga had the baby.
We have a question. We have a question here. Right. Is that Henny or iced tea?
Hey, man, it's protein juice, bro. Come on, man. You know what it is, bro. Nah, but you know the situation is real touchy. But I just think it's crazy that, you know, the NFL is trying to cover up themselves and ban him away from everything. But I would just like to actually see the brother get help, because outside of the NFL, if they're not gonna lock him up and actually prosecute him, he's still a dad. That's still his child. So he needs help. Because I'm only saying that because normally when you're a celebrity, you have the money to pay for these.
But is he a celebrity?
Not a celebrity. Okay, but he has money to pay to keep himself out of jail.
He's in the NFL, you said?
But he say she.
No, not no more.
Well,
he was in the NFL, right?
At this current moment, no, he's not in the NFL.
But previously, was he in the NFL?
Yeah, he just played in the playoffs, yes. Okay. But they sent him home last week because of this. Mm-hmm. So they don't want to be a part of that. So. But I just wanted to touch on it, you know, because
I said you got brown water, player.
Something I wanted to ask, you know, to the panel. I don't know if we touched this last week. Gilbert Arenas, the ex-basketball player. He's
Laura Gavon's ex-husband.
Right. I didn't even know she was.
What's up, Majid?
She was married to him, but he's been coming out. He has his own podcast, but he's been coming out and they asked him a question about cheating in the NBA, and he basically responded and said, everybody that I've ever played with has cheated on their wives.
So he 6'9" them.
Yeah.
Basically.
He snitched on everybody.
So that's all the chicks got to do is basically find out what teams he played on and say, we need to talk. That's some bullshit.
Yeah,
but he's like that. But he's like that. And see, I don't know him from his sports. I know him from his messiness that he has had with his ex-wife Laura Gavon, who has a sister that was also married to Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes' ex-wife. Mr. Arenas is very messy. He's very disrespectful. He also said that he does not like dark-skinned women. He said a lot of fucked up things about black women in period, in general, period. So
wait a minute. Matt Barnes' ex-wife
is Gilbert Arenas' ex-wife's sister. They're sisters.
Oh, so they just been out here.
We need to get on dry snitching. I don't understand things like that, yo. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm condoning cheating. Mm-hmm. But, yo, if somebody I know is cheating, it's none of my damn business. Right. And I'm not going to go out of my way to subliminally tell on him and mess his home up.
Thank you, Deshaun.
And I just think when cats do stuff like that, yo, they are straight cornballs, yo.
Because misery loves company.
I'm going to go a different angle.
Okay.
How is it that Matt Barnes' wife and the sister end up with two basketball players? Well, two multi-million-dollar basketball players.
Well, Matt Barnes actually grew up with them, and Laura Gavon and her sister are both like real tomboys. They used to play basketball, too. What are you making that face for? They grew up together. They grew up together. They
grew up together.
They really did.
So Matt Barnes and them couldn't find nobody else in the world. They just found the people that they grew up with.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that's how he met his wife.
But if he grew up with her though, and they had the chemistry from growing up, why wouldn't he be with her?
Of course they gonna have the chemistry when they growing up. That's $1 million right there.
But
he wasn't famous at that point.
Are they still married?
No.
Are they still married?
No, she with the other guy.
Sometimes you don't.
What is happening?
Why don't?
Look,
they didn't have chemistry.
Yeah,
obviously, they
Fisher
divorced.
and her together now.
You know how many people?
I don't know whether they had chemistry or whether she just knew that she had a ball.
You know how many people who has been married and been together for years and then find out and then break up later?
Name them. That's ballers.
They were friends. They were friends in high school.
Terrence,
can they have a conversation right now?
No,
How were they friends in grammar school, friends in high school, get married, and now they can't even stand to be in the same room?
Because some crazy shit
probably how many
happened.
women he was cheating on her with.
And not even no, because see,
that's what you gonna do. You gonna bring the brother?
No, I'm not saying that. They got some shit.
You're not making
she was the one running around with Derek Fisher.
She
really?
Was.
That's what you gonna do?
That's
what you gonna do?
But what we're saying is,
come on,
she didn't get with him because he was an NBA player. She knew him
before
before
that. Both of the sisters though. They both got ballers.
She got with him
and
afterwards.
both are divorced.
Listen,
from multi-million-dollar men.
First of all,
it didn't help that they've been ballers since grammar school. No,
I
they
understand
had chemistry,
that, but they did.
Come on, stop it.
So you trying to tell me?
Stop.
You trying to tell me in the 9th grade somebody said, "Girl, you better stay with him. He gonna be in the NBA." I'm trying to tell you, and bring your sister too, cause she gonna get an NBA player too. Are you fucking kidding me? It didn't happen like that.
Oh, okay.
It didn't happen that way.
Okay.
I never said that he was that Matt Barnes.
Ironic.
No, I didn't say that Matt Barnes wasn't.
Sisters.
I never said that he was innocent. I didn't say he was wrong. A lot of things about Gloria Gavon that's off the fucking chain. She with Fisher right now. Whatever have you made? Yes, they went through a custody battle. But Gilbert Arenas, he did some foul shit to his sister. He don't give out money and shit like that. Right. She's a reality TV star. No, he done went and took her back and forth to court constantly over and over again.
She don't deserve the money.
That's fine. She just want him to leave her alone. He done harassed her for all these years.
That's what she want. She just want him to leave her alone.
Yes.
They got kids together?
They got a whole herd of them motherfuckers together. And he don't do nothing for them neither.
How
he don't do nothing for them?
I said he don't really do that much for them
he got
either.
He got $100 million in the bank.
What that mean? What that mean?
If he don't do nothing for them, let me tell you something.
And that's
one thing the court is gonna make sure he is pay that
and how many times he took it back to court because he didn't want to pay it?
Yo, you know what's crazy to me?
It's not about going back and forth.
You know what? It's not about going back and forth. But you know what crazy with me with women, and it's aggravating. You could be with a lady, and you put in all this work, you do whatever you do, and you make hundreds of millions of dollars, and this female thinks that she's supposed to get half of what you make.
Oh, you shady, Ronald.
It makes no sense to me.
If you don't have a prenup, I mean,
look at Cardi.
Marriage is once you get married, remember that what they say, what's yours is mine.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look at
no matter what.
What man from the Beatles? What was my man from the Beatles?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. 50 Cent said it in one of the songs. Chick married him and walked out on his money with a half a leg. This
Yep,
chick
she
had a
sure
wooden
did.
leg.
She hopped out.
Hopped out on him. Had a wooden leg. Wasn't
That's
with
right.
him all that time.
Wasn't.
Didn't build it with no music.
Did
and
not.
they thought that it was fair to give her all that fucking money. You got to be kidding me.
Stella
You got to be
McCartney.
kidding me. That's why I like that white dude. When they said he got to give half of everything. Yo, he chopped the car in half. He burnt the house. He did everything and said, "Fuck it.
Let me
Okay,
ask-
now you can have
So now
half."
let me ask you a
Nah,
question.
yo, fuck out of here.
All right, so let me ask you a question because y'all obviously think this only happens to men. Okay, so
Mary J. Blige and the singer that we talked about.
So-
What's the white girl?
oh, so don't say so what?
Yo,
Because you
I
just
don't-
sat here and had
yo,
a whole rant.
You know what?
Why
Y'all
is it
women
why?
kill me that. It's 99 million men out here getting raped. But 2 women get done unfair, and all of a sudden, oh, me too. Man, me too, my ass, man.
I will say Mary J.
Y'all are very,
I
y'all
love
are
fucking
very
hip-hop
one
got
track
done
mind.
wrong.
Get
I
out
see
of
it.
here, man.
Whenever it
Say
comes
that.
to a man, y'all go out your
Get
way
outta
to defend.
here.
When it comes to a woman, y'all
No,
go
no,
out your
no.
way.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all do.
You ain't
Yes,
got-
y'all do.
Yo, did she
Yes,
hit-
y'all
Mary
do.
J. Blige got done wrong.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yes, y'all do.
She
Yes, y'all do.
She clearly didn't hear what I said. I'll say it again.
Please do.
99,000 million gazillion men get done dirty. Every
So
fucking.
you know all the
Just
women
let
in
me
the world.
finish.
You
Just
know
let me
all the women in
finish.
the world
Just let me
that have
finish.
been done dirty
Just
like
let
that.
me finish.
Please go ahead.
They get done dirty. There's no problem with it,
That's right.
right? Women be like, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I never said it was
burn them,
okay.
burn them." But then soon as
Halle
two women get done the
Halle
same
Berry,
way,
Mary J.
it's the end of the
Blige.
world. And that's all I'm saying is,
there's a
no,
lady right now.
nobody deserves if
Nobody, thank
if
you.
the one person is making all the money, you say thank you, but y'all be the same people that see the
not
men
y'all
get
in
raped
it.
and be happy.
No, I don't.
All right,
I
so
don't.
if it's not
And
you,
there's a lot of us sisters that don't feel that way
if
either.
it's
Don't
not
put us
you,
all in the
then I'm not
box.
pertaining to y'all. I never said you. You just took it
You
personal.
said all y'all women.
But what I'm saying is that a lot of the women out here have no problem when
That's
they
right.
see these dudes get raped. But now all of a
Who
sudden,
did you see get raped?
I'm
when I
just
say
trying to figure
raped,
it
I'm
out.
talking about
they say there's only
money-wise.
2 women out here, but I know it's more
Money-wise.
than that.
You gotta be more specific.
money wise. But when you see, but when like Mary J. Blige, she got screwed.
What about Halle Berry?
She got screwed.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Halle pays a
But
lot of
come
money.
on, man.
Listen,
Out.
Come
So
on.
her ex-husband.
Society.
Yeah.
All right, you know
Money.
what? I'll say it better. Society leans to the woman getting taken care of way before it leans to the man
That's
getting
a
taken
fact.
care of.
Why do you think
And
that
that's a-
is?
That's-
Why
come
do you
on,
think
yeah.
that is?
I'm gonna tell you why it is.
What, please do.
Are y'all ready? So if you remember back in the day,
Uncle Rod's back, y'all.
I ain't really back. I'm like 80%. I'm trying to get it together.
They said our volume is low. Work on it, baby.
That's because you're so far away from the mic. Me too.
Yeah, called the Me Too.
Pause.
Yo, so here's the thing. All right, same thing with the gun law, right? Remember when I said that motherfucker back in the day when they made the law was muskets, right? So back in the day, if y'all remember, the man used to be the breadwinner and the woman would stay home, right? So now you got those stipulations where as though I took care of the house, you out there, I don't care if you making $560,000, how would you say? Gazillion dollars. Once the marriage is over, we splitting that shit 50-50, right? So that's where it all started from.
All right,
because
all right.
now you got women making their own money, you know,
Now.
but still, it's still when you get married, that's what people don't get in their fucking head. When you get married, everything becomes one.
Become an
So
entity.
it doesn't matter if I came in with $3 and she came in with $600. We got $603 together.
Right.
We leave, we splitting up $301.50.
That's
no matter what.
Right.
That's what the paperwork
Unless
says.
you got
That's what the paperwork says.
Right.
But I know, for instance, I won't pull his name out. Terrence know what I'm talking about. All 3 of his wives he got divorced from made more money than him, right? And all 3 of his wives are getting alimony from him, and they tearing his
that's
ass
wrong.
up.
No.
That's
They
wrong.
tearing
That's
his ass
wrong.
up.
That's wrong.
They tearing his ass, and it's just not him,
How?
dog. Dog.
That's the question I need
How?
to know.
Dog.
How are they doing
How,
that?
Sway?
Tearing his
How,
ass
Paul?
up.
This is my thing, Uncle Ra. If I'm a professional at whatever I do, right? Just say I got a job and I work on my craft. And I worked on my craft to the point where it's gotten me to the point where I make $30 million a year. You do your whatever you do. You work on your craft. Let's say you're a lawyer. You work on your craft. How is it that when we get a divorce, you worked on your craft, I worked on my craft, but you get half of my craft and I don't get none of yours?
Why was it a prenup not put into place?
Because you're one. When you get married,
no, why was
becomes
it a prenup? Why not? You got all this money. You have any.
So you're gonna marry somebody with a prenup?
Yeah, I would. I would have no problem with doing that. You see that? Look at that shit. You
there
wasn't
are a lot
expecting
of
that answer.
prenups that say if you leave, you get 50
I
million.
just wanted to know where you
Not
stand
half.
for the
You
men
gotta pay
that's
them.
tuning in for the show. Get your prenups
That's
ready,
bullshit
nigga.
to me. Because when I got married, right, and I got on my knee, right, I wasn't going.
Hey, hold up, real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see people shouting me out. I don't want to be an asshole, and I say nothing back. I see y'all.
I don't wanna be
appreciate
an
y'all. I appreciate all of y'all tuning in. So
I'm not going to get on my knee and say, will you marry me? And then, okay, now if you marry me, but the stipulations if shit get fucked up.
that's the hard part.
But you know what though?
Don't marry nobody if you have to have a stipulation.
Right, that's how I feel. When I got married, I felt as though I was going to be with this person for the rest of my life.
That's right.
So there's no stipulations. There's no stipulations.
But we already are aware that people change like the weather. And if you have an investment to protect like your craft, then why not get a prenup? Yeah. Why is that? Why is that?
Why?
I can see why a lot of people not married.
Motherfuckers be so in love in the early parts of their relationship.
Right.
I don't give a fuck, whatever.
Look at what just happened. Look at what. Look at not 50. What's his name? Nicolas Cage. Look at what just happened to Nicolas Cage. He been with the girl for 2 years, right? They was having their little problems. They got married. He realized, yo, man, we can't do this shit. He got the thing divorced in 4 days. Yo, she's trying to take everything from him right now.
Yo, Ro,
and they've been married only for 4 days.
She had high expectations. She had a lot of shit she was trying to get. 2 years wasn't enough.
That's
you want to end the relationship. You still owe me the shit.
I'm not saying that it's
wife
wrong.
or a widow.
I'm not saying that it's wrong, and I'm not saying that it's right. What I am saying is that a lot of people get burnt, and it's not just men. And to sit here and to assume that, or just say that all of you women get upset when 2 women, and it's not about that. You got a lot of women out here that go through the exact same shit that men do when it comes to marriage, and people take them to court and get them for that money. That shit is fucked up, period. That's my whole fucking point.
Wait, Andrea just scared me.
It's not about going back and forth about who's right and who's wrong.
Wait, wait a minute. Andrea just said, once I am a wife, or I am a widow.
That's a fact, though.
God damn, the choice is yours.
My phone died.
Yo, that's scary. That's scary. But I'm just.
You could be your wife, or you could be a widow.
Yeah, you could be a wife, or you could be a widow. Yeah.
You could be a wife, or you could be a widow.
But Uncle Ra, you know what? Since you back, man, and everybody been talking about it, we gonna kind of end the show on it. I told him I didn't get to hear something, but someone asked, how did we feel about how they used the Tech Nine verse?
The only one that it's free game at this point. You know, especially after what happened. Because let's put it like this: if the stuff that came out about him didn't come out, it would have been a whole lot of rest in peace Tech Nine bars.
Okay.
So the only one, as far as I was concerned, that
I didn't hear it
was
though.
T-Top.
And what did you remember what he said or no?
It has something to do because Rum Nitty worked at he said Rum Nitty worked at Walmart. So he started doing this self-checkout scheme.
Okay.
And then he said something about, Tech Nine self-checkout,
Okay.
He killed himself, self-checkout.
Okay.
You had to hear the whole
to understand it.
God, he shook the fucking room. I think John had one, didn't hit. And somebody else had a Tech Nine bar, didn't hit.
Well, he said, Andrea said it went from no tech bars to everybody got tech bars, but
nobody, again, Top Busy was the only one. T-Top was the only one that got the.
Now let me ask you this: far as cause, and you know what too, Uncle Rod,
was good too. So
I want to shout you out. I don't think people understand the work that you put in, yo.
This shit.
No, seriously, man. I heard you was interviewing everybody afterwards, and even they was shouting you out, and I heard you say, "Yo, man, you got a tear coming from my eye right now."
That was wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. And
said, love you, Unc.
Yeah, I don't think people really understand how much work that you put in and the love that you have for this. Like, you love this shit.
I not only love it, I respect it. I think that's what makes a difference too, because I try my best not to bring too much negative light on it. I love the sport of battle rap. So you gotta love it and you gotta respect it.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Not always respect it.
We interviewing you a little bit right now. So from a person who loves it and respect it, because I heard when Smack was talking to you, and y'all was talking about I was on you this weekend. I just want you to know. But anyway, and he was talking about if any main rappers want to try to do this, get at me.
Right.
Do you think, and this is for the panel too, do you think that there is an industry rapper that can get into this battle rapping game and tear motherfucking heads off?
All right, first I'm going to tell you this. I also have a clip of Goods and Hitman Holla. And Hitman said, and I made him say it again. I made him say it twice because he said, if Cassidy couldn't do it, there is nobody else that could do it. So he said if Cassidy couldn't do it, get up on that stage with Goods and beat Goods, he said there's nobody else that could do it. I don't totally believe that.
I don't agree with that.
You got Lloyd Banks, you got Fab, like these Jadakiss, you got these guys that
with punchlines.
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. We got these guys that we think could do it.
Right.
We thought Cassidy could do it too.
I didn't. I thought I kind of felt like Goods. No, you know what? I thought Cassidy. I can't lie.
Right.
I thought Cassidy was gonna jump on him.
Yeah. Everybody
Absolutely,
thought,
that's Cassidy.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna jump on him.
And he did.
Somebody said Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Eminem. I don't think so. I don't think. I think they would destroy Eminem in battle rapping. He would have no chance.
Nah, he gonna put his 8 Mile hat on.
Nah.
There's a difference between rapping and battle rap.
Yeah.
Y'all watch, did y'all watch the Goods versus Cassidy?
Watched the whole thing.
Dude, as a man, it's hard for me to feel like I feel. Goods the coolest nigga on the block, my man. When you watching the difference between Cassidy, when he was spitting his bars, and the way Goods was doing what he was doing, it was two different fucking levels, bro.
Even when
it was two different
even
levels.
he kept breathing, I said, oh yeah. And don't get me wrong.
His performance is.
Terrence said something that was. Cassidy started off good. Give him tails because he asked. I said, "Oh, fire. That was fire."
That was fire.
Yeah,
that was fire. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm going to the lunchroom just to argue with somebody and flip.
Yeah,
who gonna break first? We not gonna break off. Who gonna win? We gonna flip heads and tails.
Yeah.
I can't wait,
dog. And he came off.
Small room, he would have did better.
But he kept walking around. He was pausing. I think he was trying to get himself together. And then if you look, when Goods was talking to him, especially the second and third round, he was in his feelings. Cassidy was in his feelings.
Did you hear me say that or something?
No.
Because I said the same. You could see it in his eyes.
You could see it in his eyes. He was in his feelings.
Yeah, and he was looking at Goods a totally different way.
Because y'all know I'm not into.
On Cassidy's side?
No, in the middle. He started off talking.
Did this nigga just ask?
Yes, he did. We gonna.
Everybody in the chat, I need y'all to tell Smoke to never watch battle rap again.
Yeah.
He just asked me if y'all didn't hear who was the bald head nigga in the middle.
Yeah, but T ain't in it. But
I'm sorry, T. I'm just fucking with you.
Nah, that's cool.
But yeah, my nigga, that's Smack, man. That's Smack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, somebody said I know he didn't ask that, but
yes, he did.
But
hilarious.
But
I watch sports, not battle rap.
But I tell you this: when Goods act like he was gonna bring that transvestite out, I swear to God, you seen Cassidy's soul go. Like you remember that movie with Vin Diesel when the dude body was leaving and catching up on him.
What transvestite?
Yeah. They said Cassidy was messing with a transvestite.
Ooh.
Am I the only one that thought round one was 1-1?
Oh,
yeah,
it
could have been.
Anybody that wanted to do that could go that way and
no, Cass,
be a minor debate.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it could have been.
Oh no.
And you know what's funny? What's the thing with your? I don't like guys that's slim and they hair with it.
Say it with your chest.
What was he doing?
Say it with your chest.
No, but he didn't have any chest. The chest was gone. The guns was gone. There was not. He talked about all these calicos and 44 and ARs. He didn't have anything. They were gone. Yeah. What was all of this going on around? He looked crazy.
Yeah. You gotta be convincing.
But you know what? I do want to say this about Cassidy, and I would like to sit this down in front of a bunch of young kids and say, even when you're losing, you should still have this type of confidence.
Oh, yeah, his confidence.
No
doubt. His poise is crazy.
His confidence was on Adrian Broner level.
Most people couldn't have finished their round.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I would say. But honestly, man,
I kept saying, yo, was the dude, right? Like, I was in the front, and I got some of the footage, too. I got to get some permission to let some of it fly, but because I was trying to get the crowd reaction and shit like that. And you could hear this motherfucker in the background. He said, and when it was time for Good's third round, he said, yo, all you got to do is say your ABCs now and you won. That's how bad it was.
Damn.
That was a big insult. It was funny, too.
And when he said, how you won $100,000?
You said what?
How you won $100,000?
He wanted $250
for battle rapping when you can't even get $100,000 for a show. You're like, yo, dog, the way he put it together, man. But
damn, that shit was sad.
You know, you had missed that, and there was a lot of people that was trying to chime in, and that was big. So that's why I wanted to throw it out.
Yeah,
but
that was the first thing we talked about.
But you know who I would love to see get on that stage and battle rap, and I just want to see if he could handle it? Pat Poose.
Oh.
Pat probably could.
Pat Poose.
You know what's funny?
Pat, my song.
Now that's my era. That's when I came.
Yeah, Pat Poose.
Pat Poose probably could. I remember that era.
Again, let me read
I know it's a difference. I know it's a difference. But I would love to see if he can do it.
Difference until they get on that stage.
On stage. That's what happened to Joe Buttons.
Yeah. Well, and let's clear something up. People, again, outside of battle rap. Joe Buttons versus Hollow the Dime was on, what the fuck was the name of that card? Somebody in the chat, what was the name of that damn card? It was also a reality show real quick, too.
What?
God damn.
I know you You're talking about the battle rap reality show?
Yeah. It wasn't really a reality show. Somebody real quick, what's the hell the name with the Hollow the Dime
Total
versus
Slaughter?
Total Slaughter. So Total Slaughter, that wasn't no battle rap
Great
event.
job, Tom.
That was some industry shit that they put together. All right? Boom. Let's go there. Who was the other person y'all said battle rap and did good?
No, I said I would think he would do good, Pat Poose.
That's not URL. I know other leagues probably say, fuck you, Unc, you know what I mean? But I just know that the URL crowd is different than an RBE crowd, than a King of the Dot crowd. You know what I mean? So a lot of these motherfuckers could get on different stages and get away with it. That URL crowd is different.
Yo!
Because you have real fans.
It's not that they real fans. They just different type of fans.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Say crack makes you gay.
The real shit is, Cassidy, they let him live. They didn't boo him as early as they should have.
Yeah, because they started hitting him with the 3-0 at the end.
If that shit was in Urban Plaza, he would have been out of there the second round. He wouldn't have been able to come back and finish his fucking third. Urban Plaza don't play that shit. We was in Atlanta, so you had a lot of URL fans, but you had a lot of other fans. Then you had a lot of Casa D fans. So they was letting him live. Most people wouldn't have lived that long without getting booed. So,
hey, Uncle Rock, can I ask you a personal question?
No, personal, my nigga.
No, wait. Personal for me. see what I mean?
Listen, nigga, I got a girl.
Pause.
Not gonna happen. Nah, what up, Smoke?
Funny guy. Do you remember this guy named Punch from back in the day?
Yes.
You remember Punch?
If we're talking about the same Punch.
From Brooklyn. Skinny guy always used to rap like this and use his fist. Do you remember?
He has a different
I don't know.
Davis. There you go. Ooh, Logan. Ronald Logan on top.
Davis, that was his name.
He was one of the first dudes on the Smack DVDs.
Ronald Logan on it, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yo,
to everybody.
Yes, shout out to Ronald.
Yo, because I heard y'all saying, oh, you don't know who the Smack DVD guy is? To everybody who said I don't know, Shay Day. Now Uncle Rod just said it. Shay Day was one of the first. You know what I'm saying? It was my man Punch. If you don't know Punch, then you ain't Smack DVD qualified. I know Punch.
Talk that shit.
Message.
Yo, man.
Yeah, you know Punch.
Now Punch was fire back then. But can Punch get on the stage and hang with these niggas now?
I seen Punch in the court of law battling with his wife 2 weeks ago. That's why I asked.
Mark City said you kind of look like him.
Punch ain't. What? Come on, man. Come on, City. What's going on, brother?
Wait, hold up. No, you seen him in the court of law
cool
battling with who?
motherfucker,
Hold up. You gotta finish that.
Nah, he was battling with his wife about should they be together, should they not be together, and how he spent baby money on buying a Ferrari because he always wanted a Ferrari.
Yo,
And
you gotta watch the Queen's Flip interview with him. You gotta know his story.
Punch?
What? Story different, man.
What interview?
Queen's Flip.
I'm YouTube it.
I didn't know the whole story. I knew who he was from the DVDs.
Yeah.
But
When I seen him in court, I said, that nigga look familiar.
Yeah.
I said, that's Punch. Everybody said, who the fuck is Punch? The name say Shay Davis. You know this nigga from the streets? I said, nah, this nigga's a battle rapper. They said, and his name is Punch. I said, the nigga do the shit like this.
He do like what?
Yo, he do this shit like this. Yo, you gotta see him. He be battle. Uncle Ron, my lion. He be
Just do
battle
it again.
rapping,
Just do it again.
and he be like this. You be like, yo, why is this nigga battle rapping and Punch?
Well,
I don't know. I thought that shit was
His
funny, but y'all
story
got
is incredible. Somebody got to do a fucking movie on him.
Oh.
That's how deep his story is.
Now don't tell.
wow.
We gonna talk about it next week. Now I'm gonna look it up. But you know who won them out, and then we can end this, cause I know what you gotta do, T. You know who I had got souped up, and I thought it was gonna happen, and I was so disappointed when it didn't happen. I thought Murder Mook was gonna
With A-Rap?
battle Drake.
Oh, yeah. Well, it almost happened.
I thought that was gonna happen.
Almost happened.
We
And
love you too, Andre.
I really believed in my heart that if Murder Mook had to battle him, that would have been one of the most important, biggest battles of his career, because he would have been holding. He would have basically.
Well, it's the same thing with
why?
Goods.
Yeah.
Because Goods, because of the attention that Cassidy bought.
Cassidy is not as big
Hey,
as Drake.
Ron.
Though.
The attention he bought is the biggest amount of attention that was bought to battle rap.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong.
Okay, but
I think.
But right
And
now,
Drake would bring like 10 times
right
that amount.
now, that's what I'm saying. If Drake came out right now and said, "Yo, Cassidy, I got you. Goods, we battling next week. Pay-per-view." Yo, dog, that might be like a WWE pay-per-view event,
Well,
bro.
Goods ain't gonna battle him in one week.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Drake gonna
saying.
start singing.
That would turn battle rap like where we need it. That's that turn that battle rap needs.
Yeah, but my thing is Drake is it's a win or loss for him regardless, because he could still do hip hop music and
True.
son millions whether he lost.
After he lost the battle, right?
Yeah, he could still.
Yeah, because clearly he can lose a battle and still
Yeah.
keep on ticking, man.
Exactly.
He got a different
That's good shit,
type
though.
of fan base. I interviewed Vince Carter because Vince Carter was there, and he was like, yo, I turned my teammates on the battle rap. He said they'll tell you when we on the plane. He said I'm sitting down watching battle rap on the plane, and the dude that was sitting next to him now, he got him watching battle rap. That's the type of shit I like.
Yeah.
I don't like when these sports figures and rappers and shit come to the event and that's it.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's like you come, but I never see you on Twitter saying you was there.
Yeah.
Did I have this conversation with y'all before?
No.
Because I have it a lot because it pisses me off. It's like, yo, you coming to the event, but why don't you just like, yo, I was at blah 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 event.
Yo, that's
Go
what I
battle.
said. He's gonna sing.
You know what I mean? It'll
They
turn
would
other
kill him and
people
start
on
singing.
to it. So
Yeah, man.
They
Yeah,
over here
shout-
dropping
shout out to
crazy
Vince
names. They
Carter.
talking about Tory Lanez. And I said the same thing. I said, Drake getting there, he gonna start singing in the middle of that shit.
Yeah, man. But we gonna close it out, y'all, man. We thank y'all for tuning in, man. Uncle Rod was really under the weather. I wish y'all could see him right
I
now.
hope you feel better.
He's honestly, he looked like one of them African preachers done touched him and healed him, because just an hour ago, man, he looked like somebody really beat him with a hot bag of nickel, man.
I still
and
feel like that.
he actually he was looking like Jesse should have been looking. Them Africans jumped on him, man.
Look like fucking.
We're gonna talk about that next week too.
Man,
or Tommy Hearns.
But it's
damn, Tommy Hearns.
Yo, we right back at it too. Friday. I go back down to Atlanta for RBE shit.
Okay.
The closure.
Okay.
Math Hoffa versus Charlie Clips.
That's gonna be good.
E. Ness versus Jay Mills. Bonnie Godiva versus QB. O-Red versus Jay Murder. It's one more I'm forgetting.
Now, is this one going to be pay-per-view too?
Yeah, it'll be pay-per-view
okay, good.
too.
I'll be able to see it then.
Yeah, this is the closure. All of them had some kind of history. If y'all remember, Jay Mills battled E. Ness. That was during making the band.
Right.
When Diddy had E. Ness battle Jay Mills. That was the Jay Mills E. Ness battle. They say there were more rounds that never made it to the YouTube. So now it's out for debate, like who actually really won. So that's what this card put together calls closure.
So now we're gonna see who really won.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, man. But yo, we're gonna close out, man. And I say this every week. I'm gonna start it off, man. Sometimes your life might be fucked up and you might not be understanding what's going on, but you must always remember, man, that a midget smells things different on an elevator.
Fire.
Midget. Go ahead, James. Take it home, baby.
Okay, y'all. So real quick, I'm going to keep announcing this for the month of May. You know I work for National Career Institute located at 134 Evergreen Place on the 2nd floor. I also have a Jersey City campus at 900 Bergen Ave. About maybe 10 or 15 minutes away from Journal Square. I am having a parent meet and greet on May 23rd. If you have any students or children that really 17 and up that don't know what it is that they want to do after high school, or you just know somebody that wants to change their life, please invite them out to my school. I'm going to have light refreshment speakers as well as other activities going on. And always remember, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to Oxtails And An Empanada, 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
I just hope that none of these people in the comments show up.
I want them to.
At your thing.
I want them
to. And they
to.
try to talk to you, though.
Look, I'm trying to change your life, baby. I'll get you in class.
Talk that shit, man.
Go ahead, Samo.
Yeah, I know it's nothing special for me. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And I love everybody, but I want to give a shout out to Uncle Ra because I'm not a person who gets sick a lot. Normally, I drink my protein juice and I'm all right. So a lot of these light-skinned, bald-headed people, they normally get sick a lot. So I just want to give a prayer out to Uncle Ra. And I'm so glad that you came and you made it through and we able to make it here. And I appreciate you, man. And
I ain't a player. I get sick a lot.
Yeah, I love this guy. Legendary, man.
Legendary.
Everybody next week, Tuesday, 8 o'clock, tune in. Man, we're going to try to bring y'all more flavors and more power. And just stay with us, man.
And we apologize. Well, hopefully next week we'll have the rappers, man. These dudes are not dependable, but it's okay, man. It's okay, because I'm telling you, we going to tax you motherfuckers soon, boy. We going to tax you niggas, man. Cut it off, Uncle Rob. Fuck you motherfuckers, man. Bars.
2 Oxtails And An Empanada.